So Havant Waterlooville versus Eastbourne Borough in the National League South, 6th versus 7th, and the stakes getting higher with every single game for the Hawks. Eastbourne get us underway, backwards it goes, and sent out towards this left-hand side. Ben Schroll can get underneath it, heads it forward, where Weltdale jumps with Dooku, and looks like Dooku caught a little hand from Weltdale there, maybe. Free kick, Billy Clifford, left-hand side, curled towards the head of Rendell, flicked on, loose, here's Ben Schroll, he'll strike one towards goal, might find Jake McCarthy at the back post, and then Scott Rendell taps home from close range, but the flag had already gone up, so the forward is denied his chance for an early goal. Rooney, inadvertently headed down to Rollinson, Kendall's making a run ahead of him, is he in behind Osler? For a moment there he was, but Warner saves comfortably. Pastley. Thrown into Clifford right-hand side, back out to Josh Pastley. Brilliant looking cross towards the centre of the area. And Jake McCarthy really should have done better from close range. It was dropped right onto his head by Josh Pastley. Curled in towards the 6-yard box for the Hawks. Again, headed away by Weltdale, and then straight back up in the air. James Roberts, brilliant touch to take him slightly wide, and then just whips one into a dangerous area. Out to Paul Rooney. Good footwork from Rooney to find McCarthy. Hawks still working towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Billy Clifford, left-hand side. He'll stand up Rollinson on his right foot, whipped towards goal, but whipped just wide from Billy Clifford, cutting into that right boot from the left-hand side. But once again, Billy Clifford at the heart of everything Havant and Waterlooville are doing well. That time, not through the middle, but out wide. Free kick for the Hawks. Dooku and McCarthy standing over. With the blue boots of Manny Dooku, it's curled towards the top right corner. Might even have skimmed the roof of the net as it went above Lee Morgan's head, but the goalkeeper had it covered. James Hammond in a really dangerous position for the Sports, driven low and hard, but Ross Warner will gobble that one up. You could see what James Hammond was trying to do as he fired it round the wall. Sent in towards Scott Rendell, headed straight up in the air by Trent Mahon, drops to Dooku, flash back across the area, and then Rendell skies over from 6 yards out. And Rendell, I think that ball just came in him a little bit too quickly, and Dooku volleyed it right at his feet, skimmed off the surface. Here is Clifford again. Time and space for Billy Clifford in midfield. Joe Newton, left back, slides the ball right through to James Roberts. Brilliantly weighted pass. Roberts in the area, across goal, saved by Morgan. Scott Rendell was lurking dangerously, waiting for Morgan to spill that back in the area. The goalkeeper did very well to push it away from goal. Here's James Hammond in midfield. McCarthy just applying the pressure. Out to the right-hand side. Slid forward, looking for Charlie Kendall, and that pocket of space he loves to operate in. Ostler's forcing him away from goal. Vaughan right-hand side, just loses out momentarily, and when Roberts took it off him, Vaughan looked like he arrived pretty late on the Hawks winger there, and it'll be interesting to see what the referee makes of this one. The Havant and Waterlooville dugout was straight up, and it's a straight red card as well for Vaughan. The referee did not need too much time to think about that one. An early shower for Vaughan, and the Borough will have to face the rest of this game down to 10 men. Rollinson. Kendall. Charlie Walker's made a run into the area. He's going to shoot from the angle and forces a good save out of Ross Warner at his near post. Warner had to be alert to that. It was a quick fire shot from Walker, even if it was from a difficult angle. Roberts back on it for the Hawks. He'll charge up this left-hand side, and then Trent Mahon, the man that came over late that time, and Roberts has a word from Mahon as well. And it'll be a yellow card, just a yellow card for the centre-back, no more needed for that. Just clipping Roberts a little bit late as he tried to escape up the wing. Well, Dale's just in conversation with the referee and wants an explanation, and he's going to get himself into the book as well for arguing, so referee less than interested in the Sports complaints. Corner kick from Billy Clifford, just curled out to Josh Pastley. A unique looking routine, that one. Pastley will cross from deep in the area, loose. Surely Rendell can tap in. Somehow Morgan gets down low to save that one, but it dropped to Scott Rendell inside 6 yards, and you think that would be a guarantee. Clifford, Roberts, Joe Newton now in behind Hammond. Newton just floats one towards the back post. Dooku rises, but heads it straight back across goal. Still with Joe Newton in the area. Roberts just shifts the ball onto his left foot and then blazes it over from 20 yards out. free kick for Eastbourne Borough. The 10 men haven't faded out of this game, and they have a chance here. Hammond just laid back off to Charlie Walker, blocked in front of him by Billy Clifford. Manny Duku might be able to lead a charge the other way, but his touch is heavy, and Eastbourne Borough can recycle possession through the back line and Lee Morgan. So the Hawks with the chance to put something into the area from this right-hand side. It's Pastley's cross. It's down to Jake McCarthy, who flicks past the post. But another good delivery from Josh Pastley, who's been coming up with those all afternoon long. Warner looking to get the Hawks going quickly here. He'll roll it into Billy Clifford. Clifford just caresses that ball into a dangerous area, and the Horns' arm went up there as Duku chased him down. And this could spell problems for Trent Mahorn. It did not look intentional. It didn't look deliberate. I couldn't see how much contact there actually was, but it will not matter. It's 9 men for Eastbourne Borough. And as Manny Duku bore down on goal, Trent Mahorn just tried to fend him off and accidentally caught the Dutch forward. McCarthy with the resulting free kick. No, instead it will be Duku, curled round the wall but blocked in front of goal. Paul Rooney. Billy Clifford crosses from the right. Headed away again by Eastbourne Borough. Surely Havant Waterlooville have to fancy their chances to get a winner in this one. Now Eastbourne Borough are down to 9. But the Sports are holding firm. Rooney in the area, driven over the bar. Don't know if that was a cross or a shot for Paul Rooney from a tight angle. Hasn't scored yet this season. Billy Clifford left of centre. Out to Joe Newton. Another good delivery for the Hawks. Duku rises and Duku heads only onto the roof of the net. But the delivery from the fullbacks for the Hawks today has been exceptional, and it was again there. Corner kick for Eastbourne Borough. Driven in towards the area, and then rising to meet it was Chris Weltdale. But that certainly came off Weltdale's hand under pressure from Joe Osler. And Weltdale will go as well. Well, I've never seen anything quite like this. The referee has given a 3rd red card to Eastbourne Borough, and Weltdale will be off as well. But he was battling with Joe Osler as he drove towards the near post. Josh Pastley, Havant Waterlooville enjoying the added space afforded to them by Eastbourne Borough's 8 men. Billy Clifford. Square it goes to Newton, who's now virtually playing as a centre mid, and Roberts is pulling wide on this left-hand side. Roberts onto his right boot, driven towards that far post. I think that was on its way, you know, as it curled towards the side netting. Osler settles it to Clifford, who again just floats one out to Josh Pastley. Still, the Hawks just possess the ball, something they have the luxury of doing with the added 3-man advantage. McCarthy to Clifford in the area. Roberts shoots and forces an acrobatic save out of Lee Morgan, who jumped to meet that one above his head. But so much space for the Hawks. Ball switched out to James Roberts on the left-hand side. Jack Curry makes a little bit of a meal of that one. And Roberts could have an overload here with Joe Newton towards the byline. Newton's going to lift it towards the back post. Tommy Wright's there. And Tommy Wright's header misses Lee Morgan's goal. The Hawks really are stretching the 2 banks of 4 in front of that Eastbourne. Rooney to Joe Newton, now virtually playing as a central midfielder. He'll send one out to Josh Pastley, who can cross from the right again. Towards Manny Duku it goes. Headed away by the Sports, only as far as Newton. Newton heads down to Roberts. Can he send one across goal? No. Cleared away again by the Sports. Joe Newton, this time to cross from the left. Tommy Wright's in there. Straight up in the air it goes. Drops out to McCarthy. Incredible. Even by Jake McCarthy's standards, that's a special goal. Hitting it on the full volley from 25 yards and hammering it into the side netting. The technique required to make that goal happen is something special. It's coming across his body, it's dropping out the sky, and he just sees it onto his foot and into the back of the net. Billy Clifford in midfield, assessing his options, just into Manny Duku, who threaded himself between the defence and midfield, and Billy Clifford will just lob one over to Duku in the right-hand side of the area, and he finishes with aplomb into the bottom left-hand corner, eradicating that penalty miss in Bath in the sunshine in Lee Park. Duku ran onto a clever ball from Billy Clifford, who had all the time in the world to play it, and then finished across his body, and on the half volley smashed it into the bottom left-hand corner. Andrews offering short from the corner kick. Sid J. Lee finds it. Back with the Hawks, number 23, left wing. Into Andrews towards the byline. Scoop towards the back post where Duku can meet the ball and head past Lee Morgan. Well, the Sports have been stubborn, but now finally they are caving in to the Havant Waterlooville pressure. And who can blame them with the 8 men? But what a goal again from Manny Duku, who's showing his versatility. This time a brilliant leap and header past Lee Morgan. And I think that penalty miss from Bath is well and truly out the Hawks' mind now. Sports still battling, still fighting despite the enormous odds going against them. And Kai Innocent's just lost the attentions of Joe Newton in midfield. Into Curry. Curry forces a good save out of Ross Warner down to his right. Back out to Innocent, who's just going to stand up Paul Rooney on that left wing. Goes into midfield and then runs into Paul Rooney. Referee not interested in that one. And the Irish midfielder can bring it away. And that will do it. And one of the strangest games you are likely to see all season. Havant and Waterlooville come out 3-0 victors and lock up that final playoff spot, at least for now.